Hey YouTube, coming at you again with a team from a subscriber. Oops, the elo range is a little lower than that, so I'll just edit this. But the team is Golem, GOLISOPOD, and jumpluff. And in the write-up, they mentioned that they saw other content creators use a golem and completely forgot how great it is in these limited metas. Thought I'd give it a try. Run a slightly different backline. Either of these two work as a safe swap depending on the lead team. I was having issues with a Marowak and Talonflame with other teams I tried, so it was a great answer to those Mud Boys, Charger Bug, and Water type mostly. I'm sure I made some mistakes on counting, energy swaps, critique as well. 7-3 across these two sets. Okay. So the you got I use Graveler. Golem here with rollout will charge really fast, and then you have basically two nukes in the back end here, and then GOLISOPOD is a great safe swap. I would use, honestly, GOLISOPOD is a way better safe swap than jumpluff, so I'd use that as a safe swap. But let's look at the battles. A Bomb Snow, good lead, right? You have rollout, super effective, so they'll probably get out into something. That something is Quagsire, so hit them with GOLISOPOD. Now your backline is both resist ground, but at the same time both weak to rock because you have a flyer and you have a bug. So Stone Edge here, yeah, would threaten you, so you're going to have to kind of shield this up. It is a Stone Edge, so that's a good shield, which means you can probably... you know what? These X-Scissor isn't the fastest move. It still takes time to get to, so the stone edges come pretty quick. Like, they could shield and get to another Stone Edge if they want, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So at this point, I think you commit the two shields. Okay, you're going to let the Stone Edge go. It is a Stone Edge, and it does one shot. You just lost switch. You can come jumpluff and just farm. But yeah, like, you need to, I think, be aware of, like, just the counts in general. Like, again, I don't count, but I know that you're going to get outpaced here. So now if they have a backline, if they have, like, a double ground backline, you are in big troubles here. So you're going to lose flop, switch. Here comes a Bomb Snow, switch. Okay, taking super effective moves. Like, I would just see what's in the back. Like, you know they're probably going to have a second ground. Let's just see it. Stay in this matchup trying to catch. There is your second ground. Going with the Stone Edge over the Wild Charge. Both are stab. I don't know if one is better than the other. I maybe would have gone double Wild Charge there if you could. Because now you need to go for, like, the most aggressive farm down you can here. You're going to just have to take these resisted mud slaps and then just come out with like 100 energy, because no, you can't come in, because then a Bomb Snow is just going to run through you. So I think you needed to fight harder for switch, just team reading here. Like, there's times, especially with your swap there, like, you could have easily won switch. I think you have to fight harder, just knowing the team. Like, if they're coming Quagsire as a safe swap, you know they probably have a second ground in the back and they're trying to draw you out, especially with a Bomb Snow on the lead. So not fighting for switch there, I think it was a huge mistake. So you will go down here. So Credilli, yeah, so a weird one. They're going to have a really hard hitting move. And it's not really a weird one. But you, like, Stone Edge does hurt. So you can just Stone Edge here. Maybe grab a shield back or chip. I'd probably get into GOLISOPOD or jumpluff. And land, try and catch maybe. Yeah, so tried to catch on the one end. They eventually figure out that they need to come in here. So going to get off liquidation. This will likely grab it. They have a shield advantage, so they're likely to grab it because Incinerates are still neutral, and Fly and Brave Bird are super effective. So at this point, no. At this point, you had to just let this go, and then just come and take the resisted moves on Golem and just get ahead on energy there. But I mean, you could still theoretically do this in the 2 shield here, because they're probably going to take you, but now they may be able to farm you down, and that just puts you in a worse situation. So you're going to get, like, less energy and more damage combo there, as opposed to just, like, especially with Stone Edge being neutral on the Credilli, I think you just, like, let that one shield go. Like, go down to the one shield, fine, but take it in the one. Now you have no shields because you shielded that in the tube. Okay, so you're just gonna have to sweep here. You have to let this. You have to let it go. You have no shields. So 2 and an aerial ace here. Oh, and it's by barrel. Which I have that team coming up probably soon. It was a really strong team. Kind of faltered a bit at the ending, but I did start like 15-5. But at this point, yeah, you're screwed. Again, you need to. So, not that you would have won this matchup, but you definitely would have come a hell of a lot close. You may have won if you just let it go in the one shield. Yeah, I think you probably actually could have won if you did the one shield. Okay, Quillfish, poison, but also water. So poison being resisted here. The water being super effective on the rock. You could probably take one. Gonna shield up. Man, there's such a difference between 2,000 ELO players and 2,700 at this range already. Going for the super effective wild charge and then probably gonna come GOLISOPOD because jumpluff would take super effective. Now Aqua Tail, Ice Beam, you just kind of let this all go. It may have Sludge Wave actually. Could have a Sludge move. It's just Ice Beam, so we take that resisted move. And they eventually come Talonflame. Do get pretty good maximization there, which means you can get to another liquidation after this. There, right there. So that was actually good maximizing on your energy. This, I assume, takes out? Yeah, it does take out. So flipped, and now you got your jumpluff on your Gastrodon. So beautiful. Good flip there. Don't worry about any move. I'd go 1 and throw unless because they can't catch on 1 and throw. They go Earth Power for some reason. Not that it matters. Goodbye, Gastrodon. And Wild Charge us. Yeah, this will be easy. Charge Bug, Great League. They're going to have to get out into something. No? Okay. They finally get out into... I probably would have chipped with Stone Edge. Because now it's X-Scissor won't... I know it's super effective. Will it one-shot? You are half bug. Does not one-shot. Now you're going to have to claw down. Maybe you'll live one aerial ace, but you may, if you try to claw down, may need to... That's why I would have chipped it. Well, yeah, it's tough. If you claw down, maybe it's fine. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Now, getting off, yeah, it's tough. Did they have energy? I forgot if they had the energy or not. But just going for the X-Scissor to chip there, but that will take you out. So back into your golem, and then down a shield. We'll have to see what's in the back here. I'd chip. Yeah, I guess you don't need to. Sorry, never mind. Don't chip. Don't chip a resisted move when you have a one-shot in the back here. I don't know if I like this bait. It's gonna, yeah, I don't know if I like that bait. I think you're still okay just because this has such a dominating matchup, but that is one where, like, I don't think there's any real reason to bait. Because you're so tanky here that you're just gonna outpace anyways to the energy balls, right? Because Mud Slaps are resistant and Body Slams are gonna do absolutely nothing. So they're basically just sacrificing this team. I think they know it's over. But yeah, I wouldn't bait there. I'd grab that shield or take it out. Again, just because the pacing, you have no chance to not outpace there. Because Mud Slap's resisted, Body Slam does nothing. So you're gonna get to 3 energy balls fine. The only thing is they may try and catch, but who cares? Yeah. Okay, by barrel has Surf, obviously, but you also hit super effective with the wild charges, and you should win CMP. No, by barrel is actually pretty attack heavy. So this Surf getting off, and GOLISOPOD is a tricky one because claws are resisted on the normal typing. So gonna stay in just knowing that the rollouts aren't gonna do much. Do get to another wild charge and again lose CMP. So what you could do is if you're going to lose a third CMP, if they shield on CMP, catch on one of the other two Pokemon. Okay, so I would go to the Wild Charge and try and catch on a Pokemon here. I would have gone to the Wild Charge, but they pulled it back, and now we'll get off a Hyper Fang, which does a good amount of chip. Holy smokes. Just need to throw to take this out. This is tough. Weird. Oof. They have energy, right? So a Bone Club takes you out. So you have to like, oh, you're gonna win CMP here. That's fine. Yeah, winning CMP. Wild Charge should take out. You're so attack. Are you so attack heavy? You don't even take out. What is the? What is the attack stat on this Pokemon? Good news is one Ice Beam, despite being double super effective, does not take you out here. You're not even a shadow. 125 attack. That's it, eh? 125 attack, 121 defense, 117 stamina. This is really more balanced than I thought. It's not a good balance, which is why this Pokemon's not amazing. It's okay in limited cups. I really thought that attack stat would be higher than 125. And Fairy went down to fire, so nice win there. Morpeko, so this is pretty good. Rollouts are neutral. Now, unless it's running Seed Bomb, then that would suck. But it's just the Psychic Fangs, so that is great. Gonna just get to the move. This will take him out or grab a shield. Because you went straight Stone Edge. Oh, it is. Okay, they let it go. That's sweet. Get out. Yep. There's no point, as I remember just the mistake that the player made the other day that I just did their battles on. Like, there is no point of staying in that matchup when you have two answers in the back. It's an easy instant swap into your safe swap here, which is a GOLISOPOD. And then you can basically just let this go. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter, but I would have let that go. I would have let that go and just taken the shield advantage on Golem and then just roll out down. Still have a Wild Charge, even though it's resisted for the Mud Boy, and then just have your jumpluff sweep. Because now they have some energy. Not that energy will do anything to a rock electric here. Don't get the rollout through because of the game. This will still like hurt. It won't take you out, but it'll hurt. And now you're basically incinerate range, and now you got your flyer because you lost the shield. Oh boy. So you got to shield this. Watch a catch. If you can go 2 Fairy Winds and then a Aerial Ace. Yeah. Just get some energy. Now, again, we're not worried about too much about the Mud Boy in the back here. Unless it has Sludge Wave, because that would suck. That would suck. And you lost 3. So, oh boy. So you said you went 7-3 with this team, and I just saw 3 losses that should have been wins if you played them differently. You're screwing up the mid game a lot, and this is like something I see a lot of with lower elo players. I think, yeah, this is something I see a lot of with the lower elo players. I think a lot of people have the basics of a one-on-one matchup if you're like in the matchup and nothing else, no external situation is happening. So it's just like 2 leads against each other, playing out in like the various shield scenarios. Like let's say the one shield, because that's what PV Poke does, right? So I think for the most part, a lot of people, even at lower elo ranges, can just do like a one-on-one matchup. Where lower elo players seem to freeze and fail to figure out what to properly do is when there is something that happens in the matchup. Something usually being a swap, because the swap changes everything. Because the swap, then what do? Let's say they swap. You have energy, they're coming in. Do you chip? Do you get out for a line? Do you try and get out into an answer? Do you have an answer? If you, by the time you made that decision, how many fast moves did they get through? Do you need to keep switch? So once these scenarios comes up, it seems like a lot of people don't know the right play. Because I saw a couple times like 1 losing swap and then 2 losing the shields when you should not have used lost those shields. You should have taken the shield advantage back into the, you had alignment, just take the shield advantage back into the front end there. But yeah, just like a weird, not a weird, but it's funny to see constantly in these scenarios where people just like mess up a lot as soon as something unique happens. Like right here, surf, super effective, shield. Okay, we got the wild charge off. You should probably go into GOLISOPOD right now because these sideways are going to start adding up if you don't. Okay, they one shot, depending on what they come in with. Yeah, I still think because you lowered your defense so much, you switch there. Now you play with this matchup again. But this is like a basically even matchup. I mean, you're down a shield, but this is like a, you swapped right away and they're in right away. So it's basically like an even energy scenario. And out comes the Talonflame. So you should not be shielding anything here, right? What are they doing? Okay, they're just gonna go down here and just try and 2-shield Kingdra that already has like 40% health left. Not a great strategy. Not even 40% health. It has like 30% health. Yeah, honestly, go golem and just sacrifice it and then just come after here. It truly does not matter, but I, again, would not do that. I would just go golem, force them to throw energy, and then you can fairy wind down in the back end here. Not that it's going to matter, but they're, yeah, okay, I was supposed to say. They could bait and then go outrage, but it won't matter in the ending because they're not shadow. But again, it's just those like little decisions you need to like how do you play out? Like, what's your win con? They go into Trevenant and hit them with a GOLISOPOD, doing super effective on the claws. Now, Shadow Ball is going to hurt. So going to shield it, and I think so too, because you, man, my brain is already like, what was on the switch 2 seconds ago? They end up shielding. Now, you can take swap here easily because you only take 5 to an X scissor, and they take, what, 7 to a Shadow Ball or whatever. So, and Shadow Claw is super effective. So this is an easy shield and flip switch. Or keep switch, I guess I should say. Because the claws are super effective, they decided to go Shadow Ball again, even though C-Bomb's more than sufficient. X's are this out of here, because they are dark. So yeah, you just play this out. X Scissor. Should one-shot. And now you're trying to instant swap, because they're going to come back in here. You're going to get to a Stone Edge and one-shot this. Oh boy. This is... I mean, they really didn't have much play there. Lapras... roll out super effective. Ooh, a water gun Lapras. Okay. Makes this a little trickier. I think this becomes wild charge and bail category into the GOLISOPOD. Yep, that's fine. And out comes the Charizard, but you're already so far ahead on energy and up a shield. So that's a terrible scenario to be in. Obviously liquidation just to take this out, or yeah, goodbye. They eventually like Galvantula, which is running Fury Cutter. So X Scissor is neutral, just chip, and by this point the game is over. They let that go, thinking Lapras. No. Now they lower your tech. I don't see. So it won't matter in this matchup. But why? Why? It will not matter in this matchup. But why did you, in this scenario where you have a rollout electric rock Pokemon on the lead and a grass in the back that's going to resist water, why? I mean, this is, again, this is a water Pokemon too, and you had energy, but like, what is the rationale for shielding this Pokemon when you can easily 2v1 shield the other two Pokemon with absolute ease? I'm not saying you won't win now here too, but here we go. Now this is out of Surf, so we'll take this out. So you have one Pokemon. Again, it's down to the red end as a Water Gun Lapras. But now you're in the zero shield scenario. They're out of move. I don't think it's an Ice Beam. I think it's probably just another Surf. But again, you put yourself in like such a weird, like a position you don't even need to put yourself in. Like you got to start figuring out the win cons here. Okay, this is a bad lead. And they give up switch right away. Okay, so why? Oh, I mean, unless they thought oh, you know what? Sorry. It is a bad lead for you because you're gonna get outpaced. You know what? Yeah, you're gonna get outpaced because there's only 10 to a Hydro and it's 12 to a Wild Charge, so you'll get outpaced. But what I think happened is that they saw the electric typing and then just got scared that you may have like a Volt Switch or something and then just bailed. Yeah, because there's clearly no like alignment at all here. So now that just allows you to align. Or you're just going to instant swap to not take any more damage. Yeah, you can. That's fine. Getting off a move here. Force the shield to take this out. You know, yeah, this is one where you can do it. At the same time, you can also just let this go and come Golisopod and just get ahead on energy there. But I think that's a fine shield because roll it's super effective and you'll get to a Wild Charge here. And then you have Golisopod that will just deal with this Pokemon here. See, like I would be sacrificing Jumpluff and then sweeping with Golisopod after. And again, it does not matter in this specific scenario because they only have resisted moves. But these Hydros will start adding up on you. Now the Claws are going to make it tricky. So now you put yourself in a situation where you're like, you got to shield this or you're going to try and now sweep a Jumpluff. Taking the Incinerates here. Have to shield. Like, sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's just like, it's, you know what? It's also easy. They dumped all their energy, so they don't have any energy left. It's very easy, even like my battles, right? Like there's definitely some of my battles where I'm like, what are you doing? Like this is a terrible play. So it's very easy to like watch battles back and be like, no, you should be doing this because of X, Y, and Z. And it's very different like when you're in the moment playing. But again, I don't want to sound mean, but based on these battles, I'm not surprised that you're in the 2000 ELO range. Because again, you went 7-3, probably should have been like 10-0 because I think you threw all three of those matchups, and then you just make the wrong decision. In my opinion, a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not every one of those you should have played the way I thought. But it's just funny, like in those three losses, I'm like, do this, and then you didn't do it, and then you lost. We're just like, I think you need to like figure out like, you need to figure out win cons. I think, and again, there's no, that's tough to teach. You can teach counts. You can teach fast move optimization. You can teach matchups and what's strong and weak and different shield scenarios. It's tough to teach win cons of like because there's so many different factors. There's energy, there's shield scenario, there's alignment, there's like so many factors that go into like in this exact moment with the Pokemon they have and the energy they have and the shields they have versus the Pokemon I have and the shields I have and the energy I have and the alignment I have or whatever. What is the win con? And it's tough to teach. You need to like how to figure those. And I honestly, I think it just comes with practice, honestly. Again, I've had the benefit of playing, I don't know if it's a benefit, but like 60,000 GBL games with all the other tournaments and side stuff that I used to do. I don't do much anymore, honestly, but yeah, anyways, that's enough rambling. Thanks for submitting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.